EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Oates, and that's the kicker, Tyler Luke, set to get this started. Off we go here in the inner harbor. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing to begin. It's Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. First carry for Saquon Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Once again, it's Barkley.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley, and he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. Although it didn't appear he got it by much, he needed 4, and that's what he got to convert 3rd and 4. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that 1st quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run it with the Boston College bruiser, A.J. Dillon. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Tackle there by Trayton Simpson.
Brings up
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Here's the 1st carry for Tank Bigsby. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they go with Bigsby.
Now we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They'll throw on 4th down with Hurts. And taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there. As they convert on 4th down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go with the sneak. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run the sneak. They'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
I wouldn't say that's a very conventional call on 1st and 10. I'm not exactly sure what kind of yardage they were expecting to get. Maybe surprise the defense. They got a little bit, but they got a lot of work left to do here on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. Here comes 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Will Shipley out of the backfield. What he was looking for there. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
A 24-yard attempt.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. On the run to the right. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is brought in. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This from 30 yards out. That one is good. And the Ravens will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So, the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this 1st half. Still in search of our first touchdown of the game. We are tied at 3 as we begin quarter number 3. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the give, here's Henry. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He's going to run it. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. A big play there on the scramble. And even 30 yards.
The reality is, Mike, there's just not too many guys in the league who are capable of making that play. Once he gets past the line of scrimmage, he has all sorts of space to run. He's one of the faster quarterbacks around, and he's able to pick up big yardage.
And he's into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
Just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. Now a hit, and he lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. Hurts going to hand this one to Shipley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he takes it to the 35.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
From the gun, here's Bigsby. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A pickup there of 13. Good for an Eagles first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Will Shipley. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Philadelphia.
Eagles, first down. A gain of 15. First down.
Let's go. Trimmer.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10 now from the 36. Hurts will try it again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
They'll give it here to Shipley. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going, and whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Got a man. It's complete to A.J. Brown.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now, 1st and goal. Dillon, marked down at the 6.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now, you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. And now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. So wind up a turnover on downs.
What a stand there. 4th and goal. Game on the line.
Hey, good game, Mike.
Is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
That one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Back near his goal line. Jackson. Moving.
I got tryouts today.
And complete it. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. There's a give. Heading right. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. But things are pretty much spoken for.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Going to go right back to Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. And the clock will stop. Timeout called with 5 seconds remaining. 1st down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Down to a knee here goes Jackson. And that should do it. So it's a win here for the Ravens. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair.
Hey, now good luck at trials. What you trying out for?
So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes. I'm Mike Tirico.
Good luck at trials.